Sundays with Sabrina. Today we are continuing our series on preparation. We talked about getting mentally prepared, we talked about getting physically prepared, and today we're talking about relationships. So some of you might be asking, what in the world does relationships have to do with getting prepared? Well, having solid relationships is so key to us living and becoming very, very successful. So when we're thinking about doing and living our best life, we have to make sure that the relationships around us are very, very solid. And there's three key areas that you need to touch on to make sure that they're locked down and solid. We live in a world today that is so interconnected. We are interdependent on other people. We cannot achieve greatness by ourselves. So our ability to build these solid relationships is vital for us being the ultimate success that we want to become. So what do we have to do? We have to make sure that our deep connections with people are really real. How do we check this? We're going to do some checkups, and these are going to come from us making sure our relationships are genuine and sincere. Back in the day, you would make verbal agreements with people, you would shake their hand, and your word was your bond. How many of us really feel that today? A lot of us are paying a lot of lip service out there. People are telling us what we want to hear. But are we living, are we behaving in line with that? Is our word, our bond, when we shake another man's hand, do we feel like he means what he's saying? Or is it just saying it so we temporarily agree with them? So the first area that we have to check up on is, number one, our relationships with other people. This is how we build up credit. This is how we build up solid relationships with other people. Just like how you have a financial score out there, with other people, you are building credibility by what you say to people, and do you follow through and do what you say. Your word bonds people by what you do and how you deliver in your words. The second area that you have to make sure that you're building that bond and that strength is your relationship with yourself. So many of us are so worried about other people, but what's that relationship we have with ourselves? When we set goals for ourselves, when we set standards for ourselves, do we achieve them? Do we hit them? When we raise a new standard, do we hit that also? Because we bond with ourselves and we grow our self-confidence every time we do that. And the third area that you have to master and you have to get very good at is your relationship with God. Every week, when you build and get stronger, do you every single day have daily behaviors that line up with what you believe your relationship is with God? If we go to our place of worship once a week, but every other day of the week we're living in a vindictive type of matter, are we ultimately strengthening our relationship with God or hurting it? If we live based on fear, does that mean we're telling our Creator that we believe that we're supposed to achieve great things? So I want you to do this for this next week. Check your words and check your bonds that you create with other people, with yourself, and your Creator. When you have these three areas mastered, you will start to see that your relationships will get stronger and stronger. And this creates a foundation for you to be propelled into the future. When you do this, you will be living your very best life. So I'll see you next week for Soul Drop Sundays with Sabrina. Peace!